Today, I'll show you what you can do with fresh watermelon. If, for example, you're tired of eating fresh watermelon or watermelons near your home are sold for 50 cents per kilogram, you can preserve watermelon for winter or make fermented watermelon. Wash the watermelon well under running water. I even wash it with a vegetable wash solution. The watermelon should be ripe. Choose a watermelon with a dry, curly stem. A green and juicy stem means the watermelon was picked too early. The watermelon should have a yellow spot on the bottom. This is where the watermelon was lying on the ground. If the spot is white, the watermelon isn't ripe. Cut the watermelon into pieces 2 to 3 centimeters thick. You may ask why salt a watermelon when you can eat it fresh. But did you know that fermented watermelon is healthier than regular? Any vegetables that have undergone fermentation are much healthier than fresh ones. Put the watermelon into a suitable pot or bowl. One liter cold water. 1 tablespoon salt, slightly heaped. 2 tablespoons sugar. 1 tablespoon mustard. Mix well until all ingredients dissolve. On some watermelon pieces, I cut off the rind to fit into the saucepan. Pour the brine over the watermelon so that it's fully covered. Place the watermelon under a weight. Let it sit for 3 days at room temperature. Then put it in the fridge. Once chilled, the fermented watermelon is ready to eat. Next, I'll show my mom's recipe for preserving watermelon for winter. I'll store the watermelon in large 3-liter jars. Sterilize the jars in advance. Also, dip the lids into boiling water for a few seconds to sterilize. Cut the watermelon into pieces that easily fit into the jar. Trim the rind down to the red flesh. Fill the jars with pieces of watermelon. My mom has been using this recipe for many years, and it always turns out delicious. Have you ever pickled watermelon for the winter? Share how you do it. Gently shake the jars so the watermelon pieces settle down. Fill the jars with watermelon pieces up to 3/4 full. Five liters water. Bring to a boil. The water should be bubbling. While the water is boiling, write down how many jars of watermelon you usually preserve for winter, or how many you would. Let's see who has the biggest watermelon stash for winter. Write in the comments. Pour the boiling water into the jars to the very top. Cover with lids and let sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, pour the water back into a pot. Be careful when working with boiling water. Bring the water to a boil again. Pour the boiling water back into the jars to the top. Cover with lids and let sit for 5 minutes. Pour out the boiling water one last time. At this point, determine how much water you have left. If there's less water, top it up exactly to 5 liters. For 1 liter water, use 1 tablespoon salt, slightly heaped, 5 tablespoons per 5 liters. 4 tablespoons sugar, 20 tablespoons per 5 liters water. Bring to a boil. I'll add the vinegar after the brine starts boiling. 50 milliliters 9% vinegar per 1 liter. Add the vinegar and boil for 1 more minute. Pour the boiling brine into the jars. Seal the jars tightly or screw the lids on firmly. Cover with a warm blanket and leave until fully cooled. Store for 1 to 2 years at room temperature, away from sunlight. Thank you for watching and have a great day.